Alright, well, for all you graffiti beginners and all you people who want to sort of learn, I'm going to go through some basic sort of stuff you might want to use when you're doing graffiti. Okay, now your bread and butter are two things: spray paint because you can't actually hear it because I was rattling it, and marker pens. Now there's many different types of marker pens. You get, your straightforward chisel tip, which are good for sort of, changing your lines and changing your wavelength of your lines. If you're going to get all physics on it. And you can get, your drip mops that, put out paint in this case, and ink or whatever, and that sort of stuff. You also get stuff like Secure Solid markers that I can't find my one at the moment because I'm an idiot and I lose all my stuff. Well, I've used it all anyway, so you won't even see it. But I mean, it's like a crayon, really. It's sort of made out of paint, and it's a little bit more solid than a crayon really as it goes. But yeah, so those are your sort of two main areas. Now, as I said, you can get many different types of markers and different types of stuff. I've only really got, when I go down the whole sort of mop route, I've only really got grog squeezers. This one here is a heavy metal paint with chrome in it, I think. Well, I think it's right in front of me. But you can also get, make your own little ink and... Oh god, that's gone everywhere. Look at that, it's fucking horrible in there. It's got like a mix of like every different sort of... If I ever end up with any like leftover ink, I just mix it all in there. It's a fucking horrible mix. It doesn't go through anything. You can always go down the traditional shoe polish mop, but this one's sort of been worn out. So if you ever write on a wall with this thing, you sort of destroy the nib. As you can see there, that's the little thing that gets pressed in and releases the stuff. But these are good if you're on a budget and you really need to sort of get up it by any means possible. And then you get stuff like your Bingers Dubbers and these horrible little things. Never ever buy one of these, okay? Unless you're in dire need of drips, okay? These bad boys here, they do a straightforward line if you press down and hold it and you've got the precise amount of fucking paint in there. If you don't, you end up with streaky lines and it never drips unless you squeeze it. You got to squeeze it like this and then it fucks up your hand style and you look like a retard, okay? Avoid these fuckers, okay? Go for one or the other, not both, because both you end up with this. It's fucking horrible, okay? And this Monster sells them on their site for like £3 a penny. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, if you want to go down this route, this is their big brother. This is what all the big bad men use. This is what you want to use if you can. Okay, it's a OTR cold sweat marker. It's a bit like a flow pen, except it's got the T-shaped nib instead of the reversible one. And I'm shit in my hands again. And also, the ink that originally came in this has bitumen, which is a bitch to get off. Hence the name. It's probably not even related to the name. But I mean, if you want to do art, these things are alright. I mean, I used this one originally when it came with the grog, and I made this with it. Which is a little character I did under zombie art. Copyright fuckers. Yeah, when it comes down to spray paint, I use sort of three main brands. Okay, you probably won't be able to see one because I'm filming this on my phone. Oh yeah, Montana Hardcore, great for tagging-ish. It's high pressure. It's glossy, so it's not really. You can do pieces with it. You can do throws with it, but there are better paints for throws and stuff. I mean, you can get sort of nice fast lines with it, but I mean, if you're bombing with it, it'd be alright. But if you're doing like pieces and stuff, I wouldn't suggest it. If you're doing pieces, personally, Montana Colours, Montana Premier. This one is. I've got some of the classic cans somewhere, but I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm fresh out of paint right now. It's all gone. But yeah, I suggest Monster straight off the bat. You can go really slowly. They cover each other. you can sort of the paints mix really nicely, but whether they don't really mix at all when I think about it. I mean, they layer on top of one another like like oil paint on a canvas. They layer on top of each other really nicely, unless you mix them around physically. But if you just put one on top of the other, it will sit and it will layer beautifully, which is ideal if you're doing pieces or anything like that. So I mean, if you're just tagging hardcore, and if you're, well, to be honest, if you tag in or if you're doing a piece design, monster all the fucking way, lads. Was it Molotov? Molotov Belton, German fuckers. Now, anybody else out there doesn't really like the Germans, I can feel that. But they make some pretty good paint, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when it comes down to markers as well, they do good markers. I mean, I've got this is, oh, check out this one, fucking tiny bastard. It's a paint one, and it originally came with like a biro fucking tip. I say biro tip, it's not a ballpoint or anything. Like crink ones. It wasn't one like that. It was like a normal handwriting pen, which is fucking shite. But I replaced the tip with I got my drawer down here with all my shit in, by the way, if you didn't notice. With the Uniposca. That's what it came with originally. That fucker there. Which, as you can tell, is leaving my fingers looking like I just fingered a black girl. Anyway, that's the fucker that came with it originally. So I replaced the nib because that one broke. Which does, I must admit, make it a pretty hefty fucker. But this is good if you're, just drawing or doing letters or whatever you want to do. What is that? Is that a Z? No, but yeah, anyway, enough drawing, mate. For markers, for drip mops, for tagging with markers, for paint, for drawing. But you can use like Sharpies, whatever. Okay. If this gets good feedback, pick up a few more. If if you write your tag in like the comments section and it gets enough likes or whatever, then I may hit you up. I may do a little thing for you. I mean, even if it's just like a word. I mean, if you write cock down there and it gets 25 likes or something, I'll do that. So tell me what you want, and I'll do it for you, lads. All right, let's stay up.